in the heart of the Egyptian desert, where the sand whispers secrets of the past, 5 adventurous souls embarked on a journey they would never forget. Among them were Jackson, the fearless leader from the United States, Maria, the spirited explorer from Spain, Khaled, the witty historian from Egypt, Li Wei, the tech-savvy engineer from China, and Emily, the curious biologist from Australia. Their journey began innocently enough, a group of college students seeking thrills amidst the ancient wonders of Egypt. Armed with cameras, backpacks, and a thirst for adventure, they ventured into the shadows of the majestic pyramids, unaware of the darkness lurking beneath the surface. As they explored the labyrinthine corridors of the Great Pyramid of Giza, Jackson stumbled upon a peculiar crack in the wall, hidden from the prying eyes of tourists. With a mischievous grin, he beckoned his friends to follow him into the unknown. "This way, guys. I think I've found something," Jackson exclaimed, his voice echoing through the ancient chamber. Curiosity piqued, the group squeezed through the narrow passage, their excitement mounting with each step. But as they delved deeper into the bowels of the pyramid, a sense of unease began to gnaw at their hearts. Maria shivered, her skin prickling with an inexplicable dread. "Are we sure about this, Jackson? This place gives me the creeps." Jackson chuckled, his bravado masking a hint of nervousness. "Come on, Maria. Where's your sense of adventure? Besides, what's the worst that could happen?" Little did they know, fate had a cruel sense of humor, and the worst was yet to come. As they pressed on, the air grew heavy with ancient whispers, and shadows danced along the walls like specters from another realm. Li Wei's flashlight flickered ominously, casting eerie silhouettes that seemed to dart and weave with a life of their own. "Just a little further," Jackson urged, his voice strained with false confidence. But their journey into the unknown took a sinister turn when they stumbled upon a chamber unlike any they had ever seen. Carved into the stone walls were intricate hieroglyphs depicting scenes of unspeakable horror. Ancient gods feasting on the souls of the damned, their eyes burning with malevolent hunger. Khaled's blood ran cold as he translated the inscriptions with growing dread. This is no ordinary tomb. It's a prison for an ancient entity of unimaginable power. Before they could react, a chilling wind swept through the chamber, extinguishing their torches and plunging them into darkness. And in that moment of utter despair, they heard it, the faint whisper of a name that echoed through the ages with a promise of doom. As darkness enveloped them like a suffocating shroud, fear gripped their hearts with icy fingers. Jackson's hands trembled as he fumbled for his flashlight, the feeble beam casting feeble shadows that danced along the walls like phantoms from the underworld. "We need to get out of here now." Maria's voice trembled with fear, her eyes wide with terror. But escape eluded them as the very walls seemed to shift and warp, trapping them in a maze of ancient stone. Panic surged through their veins, threatening to consume them whole. Just when all hope seemed lost, a glimmer of light pierced the darkness, a faint, otherworldly glow emanating from a distant chamber. With a renewed sense of purpose, they forged ahead, their footsteps echoing like a dirge in the tomb of the damned. But as they drew closer to the source of light, a sense of dread washed over them like a tidal wave. For within that chamber lay a sight that would haunt their nightmares for eternity, a grotesque monstrosity of writhing tentacles and leathery wings, its eyes burning with a hunger that transcended mortal comprehension. It's him, Khaled whispered, his voice barely audible above the sound of his pounding heart. The ancient entity spoken of in the legends, the devourer of souls. Paralyzed with fear, they watched helplessly as the entity stirred from its slumber, its gaze fixated upon them with a hunger that chilled them to the bone. With a deafening roar, it lunged forward, its tentacles lashing out with deadly precision. In a desperate bid for survival, they scattered like frightened prey, their screams echoing through the chamber as they fled into the darkness. But no matter how fast they ran, the entity pursued them with relentless determination, its otherworldly presence looming ever closer. As they stumbled through the labyrinthine corridors, hope began to wane like a dying ember in the cold embrace of night. But just when all seemed lost, they stumbled upon a hidden alcove concealed within the depths of the pyramid, a sanctuary from the horrors that lurked outside. Breathless and shaken, they huddled together in the darkness, their hearts pounding in unison as they waited for the inevitable. And as the echoes of their tormentor faded into the abyss, they knew that they were not alone in the darkness, that something far more sinister lurked in the shadows, waiting to claim their souls for all eternity.